What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers, bringing you guys your daily hail forecasts, sponsored as always by C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, American Contractor, and Atlas. They are linked, as always, in the description to this video for you guys, so you can check them out there. We're going over a 4-star map for Colorado. We've got two back-to-back in two different areas. So we're going to talk about the Denver region hail that occurred into the past, I guess, couple days into yesterday specifically. Then we're going to get into today's risk, OKC. Now you guys have a chance to see potentially a large hail. We're already seeing some stormy, cloudy conditions here at the Hail Palace, kind of side-eyeing whether or not we will get large hail into today. That's the question. Going into all of that, as well as tomorrow when we have widespread storms expected all the way from Texas into the Dakotas. So going over a lot today, as it's been for the past few weeks. But before we get into our weather, check us out at the Atlas All-Stars Stadium Tour. If you guys are watching from Denver or have plans to travel out there in the next few days here, we're going to be at Coors Field on May 18th at this Atlas All-Stars Roofing Stadium Tour. So Derek is going to be the keynote speaker at that. We're going to have giveaways, prizes. It's going to be great. It's in the sporting stadium there. So if you guys want to register, you can do that at atlasroofing.com/events. Now into yesterday, we're going to cover this real quick and get into the rest of what we had for today. But we had a lot of hail across the nation, specifically in the Central Plains and Front Range here along I-70 and, up along here, forget which highway this is, but, moving up north and east through Colorado. Storms started out along I-25, really blew up over the south side of Denver, so over Castle Rock area, moved up along into Strasburg, I believe it's called, and then we had some tornadoes as well through that region, then more to go along through Colby, Kansas. So let's take a look at that map here. 4-star for yesterday, and here's where we had, our most impactful storms. Again, blew up over Woodmore, Castle Rock, saw some isolated 2 to 2.5 inch. It's Colorado, so it tends to drop a ton of hail of a lot of different sizes. So max on that was 2.5 inch over Castle Rock, went up over the Bennett area into Fort Morgan with more 2 to 2.5 inch stones, got up to 4 inches with this swath just to the east of Fort Morgan. So with all of that collectively, the map name is Aurora Parker Centennial Colorado Hail. Max size was 4 inch, again, from this rural storm, but impacted over 145,000 homes. So we had this 4-star with 145,000 plus areas impacted, as well as the north side of Denver from just the day prior. So lots to go around for the Denver and the Denver suburb areas into this week. We'll see what's happening for the rest of the season. Looks like Denver and the Front Range is waking up. Now into central Oklahoma. This is our prime time for severe weather, and we have a risk for today. Right now, we've got some rain tracking through the Shawnee-Chandler area right now, just making its way out east of Oklahoma City. And we're sitting in the mid-60s to 70s right now, so still waiting for this to clear out. We got some cloud cover, some patchy, clouds tracking through just west of Oklahoma City. Hoping that that can clear out a little bit here, and then you'll see what happens with our storm risks later on. But this is kind of what we're looking at for the nation. We're getting all this warm air. So these troughs swing with the wind speed, like the winds track like this around the trough, right? And so they're going to pull up that heat and that humidity out of the Gulf and out of South Texas here, bringing that up into the Central Plains. And so we'll continue to see some instability building up before storms spark in the next couple hours. So sitting in 80 degrees in Dallas, remember just 60 to 70 in Oklahoma City. So that warm air is making its way upward, as well as that humidity in the Gulf. And it's continuing through the rest of the Central Plains. So if you guys are anywhere near Wichita, Dodge City, a little further north, you guys are also in the risk to see some large hail as well with that trough moving through. Here's our muggy cast. So, if you guys have those little surprise faces or frowny faces, that's where it's starting to get real muggy through the region, again, as that trough pulls up all of that moisture. So here we are by 5 p.m., around the time storms initiating. Oklahoma City now very humid to very humid through Dallas to OKC along that I-35 corridor. And then we get that dry line starting to try to track through the region into today through tonight. And with that setup, as well as the low tracking through, we could potentially see some pretty strong storms here in the next few hours. This is what our significant hail model is pointing to. By 4 p.m., again, by around the time storms are starting to initiate, we've got a chance all the way from just south of Goodland, Kansas, all the way into central Oklahoma to potentially see that large hail. Then it's going to continue off to the east, but then we'll start to see that system changing its storm mode. So it's changing from individual cells into that line again. And so with that, are we going to see a whole mess of storms? Are we going to see some large hail sticking around? Let's take a look here. So there we are by 2 p.m., getting that low pressure system, swinging this whole band of storms out ahead of it. And we get some isolated cells tracking into Oklahoma City, around the Dodge City area as well. When we get some isolated structures off of that band, we could start to see that large hail. And so that is going to kind of be the storm mode as it tracks off to the east, then making its way down towards Oklahoma City by 6 p.m. So if you guys are getting off work a little bit late, know that these storms are going to be starting to move into the metro by just after the work hour, all right? So 6 p.m., starting to get those isolated cells tracking through, and then we're in and out of the city shortly after. So there it is, 7 p.m., just an hour later, moving into Oklahoma City with this whole mess of storms. So chance for large hail, chance for wind, and possible tornadoes as well. We've got all risks on the table. And then we've got more going on through Kansas here by around 7. We're going to see that move out of OKC, and then we've got the rest of this low bringing severe hail chances to the rest of the northern plains throughout the evening and overnight. So then we've got another risk for the southeast with that same complex that's just been bringing a ton of rain, hail. We have had some tornado warnings through Louisiana this morning due to the system. That's going to keep rocking and rolling through the rest of this afternoon. So there we are by 4 p.m. with this band of storms making its way into Jackson. Again, got enough rotation on that to potentially see some high winds, hail, and potential tornadoes. Going to continue to see that track off to the east by 7 p.m. and then making its way through the rest of the southeast, parts of Florida, through the late evening and the overnight before we'll clear out a little bit for tomorrow morning. So for your hail forecast, both of those areas in the risk for today, all the way from North Dakota down into Texas and across the southeast as promised. All right. So if you guys are in Bismarck, Rapid City, Sioux Falls, low end chance for you. You saw on our future radar, we're pretty scattered through that area. North Platte and Colby, you guys have a couple of rounds of hail that could move through your area. So more coverage as well as being closer to that instability. So you got a moderate chance for hail. Anything that does hit you could be ping pong to golf ball sized. And then we're more at a likelihood for large hail from Dodge City down into Oklahoma City, where again, we're seeing those isolated cells, we're seeing that high instability. So it's going to be a quick turnaround as that starts to band up. But if you guys are in that region, high chance of seeing at least quarter-sized hail, and any max hail stones that really get going with any of the strongest storms could get up to 2.5 inches through that region. Then if you're in Wichita or Wichita Falls, a little far north and south for that, so bringing you back down to a moderate, but still, still a moderate, to see some large hail through that area, and then out to Fort Smith, low end for you. Low end across the board with less storm coverage through the southeast today. Tallahassee into Shreveport, you could see some larger hail, $1 to $50, but it's again going to be pretty scattered. So for Oklahoma City's city forecast, again, that band is expected to start making its way into the 35 corridor by around 6 p.m. There is a chance for some large hail, maybe 2.5 inches with that, as well as a tornado risk, which we'll get to in a second. Chance of seeing 1 inch hail, we said it before, but it's high. And, got a solid chance to potentially see some large hail with this as well. Should be out of the city by around 11 p.m. Then for wind, looking into our northern plains risk, got a low chance once again if you're anywhere where storms are a little bit more scattered. North Platte, Colby, moderate chance for you guys to see some gusty winds today. And then same for Dodge City, Oklahoma City, even Tulsa, could see some high wind gusts with that band of storms tracking through. Wichita, Wichita Falls, low end chance for you. Low wind chance pretty much across the board for the southeast except for Jackson. That is where that line's tracking through right now into the next couple of hours, and it's really kind of been steaming along here. So Jackson, moderate chance for you guys to see some high winds with that band of storms as it moves over you. Then for tornadoes here, again, got those two areas outlined today, got all risks on the table. If you guys are in Colby, Dodge City, or Wichita, moderate chance as that low kind of spins that line of storms up and over you guys. Could see that large hail, could see possible tornadic storms tracking through Oklahoma City. High chance that somewhere in or around the city today, we could see a tornado tracking through. There's a lot of rotation on that line. There's a good amount of instability in the area. Now the issue with these storms right now is we're looking at potential rain and just a whole mess. So if you guys are in the Oklahoma City area, stay tuned to your weather alerts. Turn those on your phone right now. Be aware of that storm system that's going to be coming through 6 to 11 p.m.-ish. That line should be making its way through. So stay tuned if you're in Oklahoma City. Wichita Falls, moderate chance for you guys. And then down into the southeast, if you guys are in Jackson or like Alexandria, Louisiana area, there is also a chance to see tornadoes through that area. They have been ongoing this morning. So stay tuned again if you guys are in Mississippi or Louisiana in this highlighted area for tornadoes for today. Then tomorrow, we're back to the Central Plains. I guess we're not going anywhere, so we're just staying in the Central Plains. We got a ton of instability. Again, that low pressure system is swinging around and it's just pulling all of that Gulf instability up inland. It's muggy, it's hot, it's unstable, feels like spring. That's what we're going to be seeing into tomorrow around 5 p.m. Could potentially see storms developing right where we have this high corridor of instability. Plenty to work with for storms. But we could potentially see storm mode shift pretty quick, like it is today, and form just a whole mess of a band, especially in the south end of our risk. So watching what happens there. 5 p.m. is about when we see things initiate through the Lincoln, Omaha area, chance for large hail there, as well as all the way north through Sioux Falls with any of those scattered storms. Seeing that pass through Omaha in and out by around 8. And now we have more of a line tracking through eastern Kansas, western Missouri. Won't say where, but it's going to make its way in and out of a specific city, and then we'll move into a quieter overnight hours. Then for the southern plains, like I said, storm mode may shift pretty quick here. We've got isolated cells already starting up in central Oklahoma, once again by around 5 p.m., and then a few more down through West Texas. But check out what it does in just a matter of a couple hours. We see these start to roar through the West Texas area, as well as a couple supercells get really kind of going through central Oklahoma, and then that whole mess of storms tracking through southern Texas, through Del Rio, San Antonio, Waco area, and then quieting down for your Saturday morning. So that could impact, your chances of seeing large hail as that storm mode transitions. So here's our hail forecast for tomorrow. If you guys are in Omaha, moderate chance for you guys and large hail possible with the initial cells that form along that line. Then if you guys are anywhere from Sioux Falls down into really Springfield, St. Louis, you guys also have a chance to see some severe hail, $quarter to $half sized. Then the southern end of our risk. 2.5 inches possible for sure tomorrow, but it's going to be really early as those storms initially form. So Oklahoma City, Abilene area, you guys have the best chance of seeing severe hail tomorrow, putting you at a moderate for now. 2 to 2.5 inches initially, and then quickly tapering off to just quarters here and there, all the way through Little Rock, Dallas, Fort Worth, and Salina. So stay tuned again if you guys are in any of those areas. For wind, going to keep it pretty much the same, pull it a little bit further east for you guys. But yeah, if you guys are from Sioux Falls all the way down into Springfield, St. Louis, you could see some strong winds, particularly Omaha through Des Moines with that band passing through. Then again, same story for Abilene, Dallas, Fort Worth, and San Antonio. You got a pretty good complex of storms that looks more like a wind producer right now than hail tracking through your area into tomorrow. So moderate chance for you guys to see some strong winds. Then for tornadoes. pretty much a narrow corridor right where those storms initially form. You could potentially see some rotating storms, a chance for tornadoes on the board. So Omaha, moderate chance for you guys, and then anywhere south of that low for now. Just going to have to see how quickly things transition into a linear storm mode into tomorrow. But Tulsa all the way down into Del Rio could potentially see some tornadic storms again into tomorrow. So Front Range has had a long couple of days. Plains is about to start the same trend. A long couple of days for you guys. If you guys are in any of the highlighted risk areas from today, or if you were in any of the risk areas before and you want to stay tuned to your weather, you can follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Hit See First on Facebook so you never miss a live video, and smash that subscribe button everywhere else. Then if you want to get in contact with us, you can go ahead and scan that QR code up above me, click the link in the description to our video to go ahead and get a demo or sign up for our products. We map all severe weather live, hail, wind, tornadoes, hurricanes. We got you covered, so stay tuned to your severe weather with that. And then if you guys want to get in contact with us, ask some questions about the weather, hail trace, what's up, give us a call at 855-334-4245. Email us at info@hailtrace.com or check out hailtrace.com for more details. Stay tuned to your weather tonight, guys. Stay safe out there, and we will be back tomorrow to provide you guys with more updates. But for now, I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers. Thanks for watching.